Hey folks, and welcome to Method's testing station guide for testing station number 152, which is the electric or lightning testing station. We're going to be running the testing station with a melee build. You can see the skills and the techniques on the screen here. We're by no means suggesting that this is the most optimal build for doing this. It's just one way to go about doing it. It's going to be difficulty level 9 that we're running today. It's only day 3 or 4 of chapter 3, so that's currently the maximum difficulty we can do with faction level 9. I'm going to let the video do most of the talking. However, if there's anything valuable to add, then I'll chip in with commentary here and there.
Greetings, authorized visitor.
In general, I do think it's a good idea to loot all of the heal kits in these testing stations. In particular, it's very useful having the heal kit Mark 6s for the boss fights at the end of each one. I go through the puzzle rooms pretty quickly in the video here, but if you want a full walkthrough of the testing station, then you can get it through our written guide on mythology. When you're dealing with the locking rooms here, I would always suggest dealing with the shielded melee mob first, which just makes it much easier to deal with the ranged trooper.
Your water empty. Interloper. I've got your back.
So this is actually a little shortcut here you might not have seen, where you can deactivate the electricity without going back to the entrance and flying up.
Found you!
For the last wave here, where you have the heavy gunner and the trooper mob, higher difficulties, the shield damage they do is insane if they're both attacking you at the same time, so either separate them or deal with the heavy gunner first.
Die, die, die!
Okay, so on to the real challenge, which is obviously the boss fight here. The first phase of the boss fight is relatively simple. You just want to chip away at the boss while avoiding the electricity, which is going to be around the room.
You're powerless!
In this phase, the electricity is static and follows a clockwise rotation. I think it's 6 rotations before it then comes down from the top of the room to the middle of the room, and then the bottom of the room. After it reaches the bottom, it goes top, middle, bottom again. No mistake there. If you do get hit by electricity, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Just try and avoid the boss's attacks while you wait for the shield to recharge. But if you get hit through your shield while your shield's down, I would always recommend taking the time to heal back into the pool, because it'll give you much more room for error if you do get hit later in the fight.
Another mag! Power on!
A little bit greedy there. So phase 2 is basically the same as phase 1, except this time the beams are going to be rotating around the room, making them just a little bit harder to dodge. This time, when the beams come top to bottom, you're only going to do one rotation, so it's going to be clockwise rotating, and then it's going to be top, middle, and bottom. And when they reach the bottom here, that's probably the hardest beams to dodge in phase 2. You can either look at where the conduits are on the outside of the room, dodge them that way, like I'm doing now, or you can just fly and just avoid them while you're in the air. Whatever you find easiest. Again, don't worry too much if you get hit by the resonator blast either. It only becomes a real problem in phase 3 because it stops you from jumping. Usually the best time to stimulate the boss is just after he's tried to use the resonator blast. You usually get 2 or 3 hits off there. There to avoid the retaining beam on the bottom.
Need another man. Let's bring down that shield.
Okay, so phase 3, this is where things start to get a little bit more difficult, because entire sectors of the room are going to become electrified, as you can see here. However, there's a few things to note. First is that there's a safe spot, which is in front of the orb, where the orb is showing as a circle and not the line section. So you can see right now, that circle area that I'm standing in is safe when the rotation starts for the first time. So the rotation is going to be 5 segments. So that's the first one. It's going to rotate counterclockwise. Second one. Third one. Then it's going to rotate clockwise again twice. So fourth one. Fifth one. And then it's going to go top, middle, bottom. So it's going to hit the top right now. Now middle. As it hits the bottom here, you need to jump because the entire ground is going to become electrified. Now it's going to repeat the same pattern. It's going to go 5 times, 3 times counterclockwise, or twice clockwise. And it's the same pattern every time. So as long as you know where to stand to avoid the first one, you can avoid every further segment because you know it's never going to strike the same area twice. Once you get really confident with the pattern, you can chip away the boss as it's moving around the room, but otherwise I would recommend getting most of the damage to the boss in when the rotation is hitting the top and middle of the room, because those are obviously entirely safe.
You're no match. Get gone forever. Need more ammo.
Phase 4, as you would expect, is the hardest phase.
This will bring you down.
It's going to be segments of the room becoming electrified again, but this time it's going to be rotating. Again, the safe zone is still where the circle of the orb in the middle is facing you, so as long as you are facing the circle of the orb, then you're good. Again, a little bit greedy there, just getting a bit patient. However, the pattern is going to be different this time, so instead of being 5 on the ground, 3 vertical, it's going to be 3 on the ground, and then it's going to be 4 vertical, so it's going to be 3 rotating on the ground, and then it's going to go top, middle, and then bottom twice. So you can see here, we have the final one on the ground, then we have top, middle, and then the bottom once, bottom twice. Then we position ourselves to be in front of the center of the orb. Twice. 3 times. And then back to the top.
See too much. Need another man.
And again, the safest time to hit the boss is when the lightning is at the top or middle of the room. Because again, you're completely safe. You just need to remember to reposition before it hits the bottom. There, as you can see, I mean, by no means is this a perfect run, but I guess it's good to show that even when you're getting hit, you can still recover pretty easily. You just have to try and dodge the boss attacks, wait for the shield to come back up, and then bandage.
Need more ammo. Lightning strikes again. I'm empty. What a shocker.
Don't worry if you don't have great gear either. I think you need pretty much no graded items at all to do this, up to maybe level 10. Though I do think obviously it's much easier if you have a graded weapon at least, just to make the fight a bit shorter. This run I think we have replica spark sword, graded one. fights. So like I say, I mean, not a perfect run, and I'm sure there's much faster ways, but hopefully it's useful for helping you lock down the pattern. You can obviously try your own strategies to improve upon that as well. In terms of loot, this is one of the best testing stations for loot. You get the experimental lightning gun, circuit gauntlets, power harness, the entire forge set, so you can see here is some pretty good loot from this one as well. And that's pretty much going to be it. As we find better ways to deal with the dungeon, we'll put new videos up, we'll update our rank guide as well. But yeah, let us know if you have any feedback in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.
Greetings.